I recently took part in a panel discussing whether it's best to join a minor party or a major party. Of course, I'm all for minor parties. I'm a loud and proud member of Australian Conservatives, and I truly believe this party will provide a better way for Australia. I started off my pitch with the well-known saying, "The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again while expecting a different result." I think that perfectly sums up anyone who's still voting for a major party these days, don't you? Ever since Howard lost government, we have seen a revolving door of prime ministers who are purely self-seeking and completely reality removed. The whole Labor, Rudd, Gillard, Rudd backstabbing was disappointing, but not really all that surprising. But when Turnbull did exactly the same thing to Abbott, we all knew the writing was on the wall. Politics in this country was broken. The government has become a great big ball of bureaucratic-controlled, insatiable beasts who devour one another, all the while looking for ways to prop themselves up. They are morally deficient and couldn't care less that they are exposed as greedy, manipulative hypocrites who care more about their bank accounts than the welfare of this nation. They just keeping on, being distracted by fringe issues and doing the bidding of minority groups, while the taxpayer goes round and round in circles just trying to make a living. Now, the man on this panel who was advocating for major parties was very eloquent, but his argument fell very short when he stated that the only way voters could make a difference is from the inside of the major parties. He also mentioned he's currently suspended from the Liberal Party. Yeah, man, way to make a difference. Senator Cory Bernardi spent 30 years inside the Liberal Party trying to stand firm on conservative principles. He spent more than a decade in the party as a senator, and he did not waver from the foundation of conservative principles and values. But, unfortunately, the Liberal Party wandered all over the place and showed a great deal of contempt and disregard for its supporters and members. Just over a year ago, Cory saw the light and left the stagnant, decaying Liberals to start a new movement, the Australian Conservatives. It has become the fastest growing political movement in Australia. The major parties advocate on this panel insisted that the only way to make a difference was to kind of stack the Liberal branches so as to get the Conservatives back in power. But remember, this guy is currently suspended. As I said, he was a very gifted communicator, but his message was full of holes. Once upon a time, there may have been hope for the coalition, but every day it becomes more and more evident that the majority of representatives in both major parties lust after power and money, or in some cases they simply just lust, all at the taxpayer's expense. It's too late to make a difference from the inside. The inside of these parties are rotten, corrupt to the core. The institution has become consumed with trying to sustain itself, and the insiders that live in a bubble, but it's just about to burst. You know, they bitch and backstab those on their own side, and they gang up on anyone to exclude, if they've got half a brain, or they suspend members who call them out on it. The advocate for major parties, did I mention he's currently suspended? Also said that minor parties come and go, that they don't get any traction. Well, that may be so, until now. It's a new day, and the masses are waking up. But keep in mind the damage minor parties, such as the Greens, have been able to do. Over the course of our history, some minor parties have done a great job of keeping the bastards honest. They have held the government to account and ensured that the majors don't run riot and completely destroy the place. But as I said, it is a new day. Our freedoms are being eroded every day. The world is getting crazier every day. It is time for principles and character to guide politics in this nation, not personalities and selfish ambition. There is a protest vote out there, but it must be converted to wisdom and it must be effective. If you care about our future, and especially the future of our kids and grandkids, you can't keep doing the same thing over and over while expecting a different result. It's time for a better way, a conservative way, with leaders of integrity, character and principle, not major parties who are self-seeking, reality-removed hypocrites.